Aloha. Aloha. Yeah. I'm excited to have all of our guests here today, and especially to give the students a chance to speak. But I had planned huaka'i in our la'au class, so some of the students who were speaking were having a hard time getting here, and so was I, because we had to drive from the pali, then go pick up our kids, and then now we're here. So bear with us. I took this class, I think, the Hawaiian Kingdom course when I was in grad school, but I think it was one of the first times it was being taught in ethnic studies. So one of my students said that I should probably mention that. And I just remember, even though I was a graduate student, it kind of changed my whole way of thinking and understanding our history and our future. And so I wanted to give the students a time to kind of reflect on what they're learning and how maybe it changed their perspective. And some of them have different educational backgrounds depending on where they went to school. And because of the work that these people have done and others, and the Hawaiian Kingdom course here is being taught by Keaunusai, so we're very lucky for that. But some of them did have exposure before and some did not. So they'll be sharing with you their experiences. So do I have a volunteer of student who wants to go first? Lilia, would you like to come first? Okay. So I'll let Lilia introduce herself. And what the students will be talking about is is what they're learning in the Hawaiian Kingdom course new compared to what's taught in schools throughout the state and or throughout Hawaii and also America, depending on where they went to school, and if it's changed their perspective or not. So Lilia?
Aloha. Um, my name is Lilia. I'm in my second year here at KCC. I'm also a Hawaiian study. Hold on. Okay, a Hawaiian studies major. I had the opportunity to take Kumusai's course this semester. I was initially introduced to his work my senior year in high school. I had the fortunate opportunity to be aware of his work going back in the early 2000s and late 1990s. Taking his course definitely opened my mind and my eyes. There was just so much information that was given to us, to the class. I don't really know where to begin. Well, we were, beginning of the course, we focused on the accurate history of Hawaii, looking at primary documents. He taught the course through research rather than rhetoric, and it was really great to be able to know the difference between that and be able to siphon out the current events that are happening today, like in February with the AHA, understanding those things. Also, throughout the course, it was really cool to take the course during the time I did, because there are cases that are happening that he's working on, people that he's speaking to. So I was able to relate his theories and his work to my everyday life and to this country. And we wrapped the course up with the next steps for Hawaii, then the transitional plan for the future of Hawaii. And I think it definitely relates and it's relevant to everyone here and everyone who's living here as well. It's very important. And I'm very thankful to be able to take his course and continue on with the knowledge that I have been given. So, mahalo. Kumukahele asked where I went to school. In high school, I went to Kamehameha here on Oahu. Yeah, they taught the course at Kamehameha. It was part of the Hawaiian history course, and we used Kumusai's textbook that he has here at KCC as well. Yeah. Yeah, she asked if my perspective has changed at all, and yes, it definitely has. Growing up here all my life, only recently, a few years ago, I realized that I've been living in a country, the Hawaiian Kingdom, and it sounds so funny. Like only now I know, but now I know, so that's huge. Yeah, mahalo. I think Anton will be coming up to speak. Okay.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Anton Kapiolani Singh. A little background about myself. I'm a 94 graduate from Kohala High School. I served in the U.S. Navy for 8 years. I graduated from HPU, the undergrad in diplomacy and military studies. And currently, I'm a grad student at HPU as well in organizational change. My fiance Elizabeth Hawkins Mahalo, she's a student here at KCC. So for myself, I tagged along with her. Been pretty active in going to most of the classes. I've been familiar with Dr. Sai's work since the Perfect Title era. With that being said, I've seen the evolution from that time and what it's become now. And it's very exciting to see what Lilia touched on, using research instead of rhetoric to explain the information that should be being passed today. And being a veteran myself, it's very eye-opening to see the lie that I've been kind of living in. But it's okay. You know, with education, you know, comes enlightenment. With that enlightenment, you know, comes more information that can be passed to the next generation. With folks like Dr. Kauai as well. I saw his excerpt on YouTube with Ehu Cardwell, Voices of Truth, and his work is awesome as well. You know, all that facets of learning the definition of what a citizen is in the Hawaiian Kingdom, and joining what Donovan Preza shared as well. These three elements coming together, it should give us the definite pathway to make things right in the kingdom. That's pretty much all I have. Is there any questions? No? Thank you. Yes, sir.
How you felt after when you found out the truth?
Oh, man. Talk about getting this, you know how like wires is all mixed up and everything, and trying to get into the center and trying to work everything out, work all the kinks out. It's kind of like after each class, that's how it is, like this whole new ball of wire, trying to undo everything. Which is a good thing, you know, trying to make things pono, sharing the information with the folks back home in Kohala, you know, gets them excited as well. I do have some family. They live in Nanakuli, and then getting that ohana excited too. So even with the information on HawaiianKingdom.org, it reinforces what is being taught in class. So everything is consistent. There's no change in the program. Even Dr. Sai feels that what he says during the class and in YouTube, all those videos, he feels like it's repetitious, but it's not. It's consistent. That's what it has to be, consistent. You know, zero has stripes. It's not going to change. No. So that's my manawa. Yeah. Any more questions? Mahalo.
Aloha mai kākou. My name is Kalyan, and I am a student here at KCC. I am taking Keanu Sai's class this semester, and yes, it is a very big eye-opener for me. I went to school on the mainland, San Jose, California. The high school I went to was Oak Grove, and we never learned about any of this. It kind of seemed like a fairy tale to my instructors. I remember Lilia name coming up probably very briefly, but my instructor was not knowledgeable on it at all. It wasn't until I came here and Kumukahele actually told me to take the class, and it has broadened my horizons completely. Keanu Sai uses research, but it's validated research, and it just makes it hard to question anything about the dates and everything about it. It's just really heartbreaking. So I'm glad to have learned all the information that I could this semester. I wish I have learned more about it growing up, but yeah, so that's my opinion. Any questions?
So with this information that you, and the truth that you folks are learning here, what are you going to do with it now that you got this ike and now
I think now that we're more knowledgeable and have this ike about it, we can finally do something about it. Before, we didn't have that knowledge, so what could we do?
So now that you do,
We can finally do something about it and be more active in protests and stuff.
Do you have Hawaiian blood?
I'm Tongan.
Tongan? Just the same.
So I also went to school in California, and I've only been here for 5 months, and I'm a student here at KCC too, and it wasn't until I came actually to the state, or I guess I shouldn't call it that anymore, right? Until I came to the occupied kingdom of Hawaii, that I knew that there's anybody here pushing for independence, or that even anybody here thought that Hawaii should be independent.
Or had a problem.
Here was happy they have their own star on the flag, and it's all good.
Yeah.
But so what do you think should be done so that people in California and in the other parts of the country and the world know that people in Hawaii, want independence?
They have to be involved first. There has to be an interest there. You can't just go somewhere and say, hey, learn about my culture, learn about this. They have to be interested in it first,
Yeah, I wish there was some way
That we would be more aware. Maybe workshops can do.
Changing the curriculum in high schools across the other states.
Learning about more culture.
Yeah, because I really had no idea.
Neither did I. I'm with you right there, buddy, I promise. Good?